Hello everybody, welcome back. Thought I'd make a video on XLM because that seemed to be the most popular request on the previous video. So again, if there's anything you want me to look at, just let me know in the comments, and if it's worth looking at, I'll talk about it. Otherwise, join the Patreon and we can look at it together, live, twice a week. Right, let's have a look then. So I know what's going on in the back of a lot of people's minds, right? I know, it's the same old thing for XLM. Is it going to mimic XRP? Because it has done that in the past, although when you zoom out, it's a very different structure to it overall. Technology is similar, you know, the pumps can be similar. This was way better than XRP in its structure. It was amazing. So, alright, structurally then, it seems to be better than XRP. XRP's got its own thing going on, but if XRP moves, sometimes XLM moves. Again, that's just the expectation of many. What we see really is a big bold breakout, similar to XRP, a consolidation, 200 exponential, 200 simple, loss of that, and now a breakout. So we avoided here, quite nicely avoided, a death cross. That is a lot like XRP's chart, in all fairness. What we see here is very similar, and so you could make the case still that XLM is basically just working in the shadows of XRP. But is there any setups or signals taking place on this, or is this losing momentum, or what's it actually doing? You know, what's it doing? So what's the trading volume here? 8 million compared to Big Brother over here. We've got 300 million. Right, so this has always been my preference. You know, I always try and, you know, XRP is my favourite. Why try and trade XLM when, you know, I suppose, you know, there's a better chart out there. That's all I'm saying. You know, I don't know if the technology is better. I don't know anything about that. But all I'm saying is, why try and trade XLM if it's basically you're just, you know, trying to trade XRP. It's kind of crazy, really. But on its own individual merit, the 4 hourly, just like lots of other altcoins, got a golden cross, had a retest of the simple as well. And it's been surfing the 50 exponential so far. Since losing the Bollinger Band, it's still sitting down below it. So this is a consolidation of its own on the 4 hourly time frame. We might come down to retest to 50 again, which is going to be at 12.41. Again, it's not much from where we are right now. Or if we start closing 4 hourlies above basically where we are right now, we'll call it, just for argument's sake, you know, 13 cents. Then we'll be looking for a big move up on this one. So a big move, what's that going to be then? That's the main question. What is the big move going to be? Well, if we can hold this price or higher over the next week, we'll get a pump signal generated on this Ichimoku cloud. So we've got the green portion of the cloud here, got conversion baseline cross all the way down here. Chiku span is what needs to come out of the cloud basically, and we should be good to go. So pushing resistance, there's a previous resistance top over here that basically mimics where we hit a couple of days ago. So top, we can even extend that a little further to find some more confluence. There's top there and supports. So again, there is structure to this chart. So a pump signal of this size would not likely get rejected on this very initial rejection here. I'd be very surprised if we got a daily pump signal and we got rejected after 5%. So I'll be looking for the next major one after that. You could make the case over here that we could just move up a tiny bit further to where these areas on the chart were. I'm not really feeling that personally. I think it's more likely that a big move like that after a signal like that is going to take us up towards 15. Now I know what it sounds like. It doesn't sound very good. You know, this isn't like the biggest pump you've ever seen in your life. But you know, let's just measure it out there. It's a 22% move if and when we get this pump signal. Now again, if XRP decides it wants to make another run, which it could easily make another run immediately, there's no problem with that. That's definitely plausible. Absolutely not going to complain if that happens. There's a good chance that it could. Move above 72 should take us up to 82. So again, XRP being the dominant chart really with the big moves, people are starting to see it for what it is and not what it has been, as in like big underperformer of the last bit of bull market really. Although, you know, credit where credit's due, when it moves, it moves. So we'll be looking for a big move up on XRP if we can close above 72, back up to 82, and maybe even, you know, just going on to a new local high up above $1, which sounds crazy when you say it, but it's true. So that would make XLM likely to go on to make a new local high as well. And XLM, in all fairness, when it does move, it moves very fast. Look at this for a daily candle body. Chapow, 100%. That was more than XRP actually. So on a technical basis, there is a resistance here, there's resistance here, and then effectively a blue sky breakout. We've got a decent trend. We're yet to confirm the itchy cloud, and then the real major point of super resistance is going to be all the way up here at basically 20 cents. A nice round number, just short of that wick, to be fair with you. So that is the setup we have for XLM. Let's have a check on the weekly to see how the weekly looks, to see if we're looking better or worse than many others. Well, look, the histogram's ticking up. We are above the 0 point, and actually the money flow index is primed for a much bigger move on this one. So I'm not going to complain about how this looks. If left to its own devices, this would be a decent launch pad for it, bouncing on a 20 weekly already, closing above that 20 weekly last week. So actually, you know, on the higher term timeframes, there is a change of behaviour taking place already, and this weekly is probably the better way to look at it. Crossing up above the 0 point, well, we're already above it, but making a histogram green tick with a moving average cross on the MACD when you're above the 0 point, if that makes sense, a long-winded way of saying it. Is way better than a green histogram tick when below the 0 point. As you can see, we had these and we had runs, but we'll continue to go down. This now looks like the sort of setup that would give a bit more of a continuous run on XLM. And at this point, if we were to measure the top target, which is that 20 cent zone from basically price action of today, it's a little bit more like it. It's about a 60% move. Now, I'm not here to ruin the party. I know that we all want more, but from a trader's perspective, you do have to be aware of resistances, obviously moving averages in between all of these resistances. And if you want to trade, you want to sell. But if you want to hold, I believe XLM will follow XRP, generally speaking. And XRP, as far as I can see, is actually on track for making a new all-time high somewhere within the next 18 months. So, you know, whatever that may be, could just be $3, $3.50 or something like that, you know, reaching its previous all-time high, or it could just shoot up beyond that and double that. Who knows? I'm not here to tell you exactly where it's going to go. All I can tell you is that the trends look good, the charts look identical, and I am bullish on XRP, so I should also be bullish on XLM. But if I had to choose one or the other, I would always go for XRP because it's the one that makes the move. It's the one that respects the chart the most, and usually is the one that makes the move first, based on the setups that are presented to us on the chart. So why bother with XLM when XRP, to be honest, is the dominant player here? But that's not to say that you can't make money on XLM. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. Either way, it's good. It's got a good setup. I think it's reasonable to assume that 20 cent zone will get hit probably some point this year. And again, 8th of November, so not long to wait, Right, I'll leave it with you there. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.